Hi all. Right, on to December the 24th. Now this is where the ally command level drops to 1. So the allies are going to get a lot more impulses, and unless we can chuck a lot of cards into combat tactics and reduce that a bit, I'm not sure the best way with that is. This is where it peaks out for a strategic win. You need greater than 60 victory points at the end of this turn. Can't see that being happening. And less than 25 victory points would give you a loss. We've got 38, so, but there's risks of losing some. I would think possibly this turn we could maybe see some of that the cracks starting to appear, I think. Anyway, never mind. Okay, so reserve phase. We've got 2 units from, that's all we've got because we expedited the other units last turn. So 2 units from 5th Corps, 2 armoured units from 5th Corps. Let's see a peek, there. So that's all we've got coming in. Let's say tomorrow, the 25th, is the day that we get our last of our reserves. We get 3, 4, 5 different units. So, I don't know. I think this could be a big day. I think this could be possibly where we see things starting to. Things have went wrong a wee bit, but to the point where we might not be able to hang on, shall we say? Okay, so we don't have any reserve units to bring out ourselves that are been delayed. So onto the card prep phase now. Nothing changed with the cards. The allied cards, all the offensive cards are in now. They were in on the 23rd, so there's no more to add to that. No more reinforcement cards. I've still got a couple of cards that they bring in, one on the 26th, one on the 27th. They're both just division cards. So nothing a lot more to be added. And of course I said to you that the German card side of things, everything's out for the Germans now. So nothing changed there. But I shuffled everything up. I've drawn my hand. So I think we can look at that. Hang on. Yeah, so let's get our hand out, see what we've got. Okay, got all them on camera pretty much. So first the SS, second the SS, OKW. Two core activations for the second SS. And the 58th. So that's not too bad. Got the OKW, so got the first SS because I did wonder about having a go again at Verviers, because we did knock that unit down to 1 step now, and his strength has been reduced from 3 to 2, so which doubles to 4 only. Anyway, just before we move away from the cards, oh no, 24th, innit? So we're gonna lose the first SS Panzer Division. Damn it. And I don't think there's anything we can do about that now. We're out of fuel markers. Yeah, so there's nothing we can do. We've not even got one of the, fuel priority events? Like I say, I don't think I've ever seen one of them. I dare say you could use something you could use the army cards for. Okay, so that's going to put a spanner in the works. So the first so I discard this card as well, and all the first SS units. The first of the first SS Panzer Division. So it's 3 units. All them are marked out of fuel. Okay, so I've marked them. There's 2 of the units underneath this 12th SS. I marked them with the fuel marker. They were only 1-step units. In fact, the 3 units were 1-step. This is the Piper unit as well. So I suppose if I had to pick between the 1st SS or the 12th SS, because this guy's got 2 steps. On saying that, the 1st SS are elite and the 12th SS aren't. But however, there's not a lot we can do about it. So the units may not move, retreat or advance after combat, may not attack. If the unit is attacked, the enemy attackers may disregard 1 attacker hit. And it lasts right through the end of the day, so not good, but well, it probably had to happen at some point, so we just need to try and live with it. It's going to spoil the possibility of what I was thinking, going for Verviers again, because that's a lot of strength being taken away. Anyway, we'll get around to having a look at that. So now we get to the good bit of drawing for the Allied air interdiction again, to see if an air power pops up and causes more trouble. So here we go. And there you go. I'm not very good at that one, am I? So they get air power again. Dear me. So it means we're skipping our first impulse and we're discarding. Well, I've got 4 choices. These are all 3, this one's 2, so it needs to be one of the 4. So that's going to be a great start. We're going to be down to 4 cards before we even get to do anything. And the Allies are going first. Oh dear. Okay, let me ponder. I dare say it could be one of the 2nd SS, but let me have a look. Yeah, I'm going to discard this one, I think. I did think that they might have been a good core to try and have 2 moves with, but yeah, I'll discard that 2nd SS card. So now we can play a bridge engineer, and we do have one with this 1st SS card, but I don't think it's going to do us any good. Yeah, well, we can't trade supply. The Allies are actually, you know what, see when I check the Allied line, there's a possibility it could be in the middle now. Because of what they've done, moving these units up and then bringing these units in. They're just cutting everything now that's west of that off, and fixing a bridge isn't going to help. So I don't see the point of that. I think if I'm going to have any chance, I need to do so. I need to gain my supply back by the end of this turn. Thing is, just looking at it, I can't see it being that easy to do. I think I've got to bring these units back down, or I've got to create a supply line again. Okay, so no, I'm not going to play a bridge engineer's card, so we can pass on that. So on to the supply status. Determine supply status. All German units, right? Gonna run out of supply markers, I think. Okay, let's have a look. I don't think there's any issues up the north here. Even these guys can go trace into there 1, 2, and then they're good. This guy can go 1, 2, 3. And then it's good. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah. This guy's fine. So I'll pop down and look down the south before we look at the bad bit. Okay, mostly everyone's alright. This guy can go here and up. These guys are alright, he can go across the river. But this guy's can't trace supply. This is still an Allied town. And with this 4th Armour unit now being where it is, it's blocking us for getting through there, so... Yeah, so I think he's going into low supply. Which ain't so good. This is probably the unit we would put back down into R1 if we, assuming we get the chance to do that. I think everyone else is okay. Got this bridge, so you can trace, yeah, they're okay. Okay, so let's see the bad stuff. The unit in the middle in Bastogne still okay. But this unit down here now is trapped, surrounded. So he's in low supply, and then everything else is in low supply. Everyone else is nothing that can trace supply. Because before I was coming over this bridge, you can't do that anymore. These bridges are all broken. It wouldn't matter. There's Allied have got zone of control either side. We never got into this town to take it. Yeah. So every one of the German units here are in low supply. So okay, just having a look at this, and if I put low supply markers on one of these, I'm not going to know what's what. So I've just put these. I thought they were black, but they're kind of clear black. They're from Pandemic. I don't know if they look alright or not. The thing is, now I'm going to have this situation where I've got a green and a black cube. It's maybe getting a bit messy, but I think if I put low supply markers on them all, I'm not going to see what's happening. So I'm also starting to think, should I maybe consider just stopping? This feels like, well, I mean, I suppose we definitely need to get a supply trace rebuilt by the end of this turn. Because if all the units end up going out of supply, then I think it's game over. I mean, I don't know. I've never been this far. I've definitely not been to this situation. So maybe some of you will tell me that it's still possible. I mean we have 38 victory points. Again, with what we've got, we still need to go at the 29th, and this is only the 24th. That's a lot of days to yeah, we're going to end up if we can't get our supply back, I don't think we're going to manage this. It's going to get a bit rough, I think. Okay, so hopefully the cubes will work. At least I can see what the units are. So they're almost supply. I mean, the big one that they can't do is they can't get a combat tactic played on them. So any combats that happen over there, you know, you're not going to have a reinforced back. You're not going to have a assault coordination. You're just going to have to go with what you've got. But I feel like there's a chance of me try to retreat now, come back. What would we be leaving behind? There's victory point in here, isn't there? Yeah, Rochefort. There's 2 victory points in there. And so not, well, yeah, then you've got St Hubert, but we could maybe fall back to St Hubert. Oh, who knows? Okay, so I've marked all the units from the west. I marked this one with the cube as well. I just thought I'd keep it looking the same. In fact, I've only got one unit. Low supply over here as well, haven't I? So I'll just chug a wee cube on them as well, so that we, rather than have a low supply marker. So, and hopefully I should realise what they are. I'm going to wonder at some point, what's that cube for? And then hopefully it'll click. Okay, so, well, let's see if any of the allies have got issues. I get the feeling they haven't, but let's have a look. Well, apart from one down the right, maybe. Yeah, we do have that allied unit, and that's a victory point town as well, isn't it? Yeah, Spa with the fuel marker. He can't trace supplies, surrounded. That's good. I'll just mark these with a marker. Nothing else up there I can see. Nah. As we come further down. Yeah, all these guys are fine. There's no issues there. And across here as well. There's nothing in any bother. Nah. And then down the south here, these guys are all fine. Yeah. Everyone needs to get onto this road and they're fine. So the only other one is down that 4th armoured unit. He's surrounded, so he's in low supply. I think these guys are probably still alright though, aren't they? Yeah, they're fine. That's it. It's only 2 of the allied units and about 22 of the German units. Actually, it's maybe more than that. Okay. Now, that's what you done, Grant. That's what you done. Maybe I learnt something. I mean, like I say, I don't think I've taken the game this far before. I've always got to the point where I think, right, I was maybe close to try to win, and then you start, obviously have to then go on the defensive, and that's when maybe a lot of you had been telling me to do something about this central area around Bastogne, start shoring it up, protecting it, keeping your supply line open. Yeah, I'll learn from that. However, okay, so we've done the supply status, remove roadblock markers. I don't think there's any roadblock markers. I've seen one of them for a while. And then, oh, right, it would only be now I check my hand for out of fuel. So I kind of jumped the gun with that. Don't think it made any difference, did it? No. The guys still get marked out of fuel and I discard the card, so... I suppose it would have been in my hand. Yeah, it's only a 1. There's only a 1 cost. And I had to discard a 3, well, the highest, which was 3. So none of that. So that's us onto the not German impulse, onto the Allied impulse. So, will I draw this just now or not? I think I'll maybe pause here. Leave it for now. I think maybe I possibly need to take a break and refresh myself like I did from my work yesterday. Maybe I need to think about the situation and ponder on if there's a way out, shall we say. Okay, I'll leave it for now, guys. Okay, cheers. Hi all. Okay, it's been quite some time since I touched any more of this Been working all week. Not really had much of the chance, and I think the situation that I've got didn't encourage me much to sit down and. But I've not quite given in yet. I think, obviously, I think I said if I can't get my supply trace back by the end of this day, which is going to be challenging in itself, I think. And if I can't get that happening, I think I'll call it a day. But I'll persevere just now, and we'll see. I mean, I might not get through this day. That's true as well. It might become too much for me. It's starting to feel like, is it worthwhile going on? And not sure if I'm going to enjoy this day unless I can bring supply back. Then maybe that'll perk me up a bit. But anyway, we'll see. So it was an allied impulse to start the day as well because of the air introduction. So let's have a look at what they get. There's a great start then. So first army. Oh, I think we might be deploying reserves though, which might be better. The 5th Corps, they are 1st Army, aren't they? Yeah, so there's two 5th Corps, they're armoured units admittedly, in the reserve units box. But that's the first command. The first command's deploy all 1st Army reserves. So looks like he's going to deploy these 2 units. So yeah, that probably could have gone a lot worse. So we'll have a look and see where we can get the input. Okay, so this is 5th Corps boundary. The core area is north of this line. Just this hex here, it's got a 3 hold value. It's within 3 of units in its core. I don't think there's only 2 5th Army units, was there? Can't see the other one on the board. Was it not? Did there not one come out earlier, maybe? Yeah, that's 9th Division. What's in this stack then? No, that's just the fuel marker. There's a 1st Division unit here. Hold on. There's a 1st Division unit way down here as well. But I think that's maybe just off camera. Hang on. There's one here, but then again, it's got to be north of this line that they deploy. So, yeah, I think we'd have put that cube as a candidate, because I was looking for it to try and be within 3 of a core unit. This hex is proximate to a German unit. It's right adjacent to it. Can trace supply, and it's not surroundable. So and it's within 3 of a unit in the same core. I don't think there's anything within 3 of this. I don't think there's nothing proximate to this, no. And it would be adjacent as well. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to dilly-dally too much now. I'm pretty sure that's a candidate for the 1st unit. My guess now would be that there's probably no other options. I'll have a quick look. Again, I'm not going to look on it too much. I don't think there's a German unit proximate to any hex now, any position hex in their core area. So we'd move on to deployment method B, and because there's a unit from the division already deployed, it's going to deploy there as well. So yeah, I can use my solids really. I mean, we've still got a chance of going for Verviers, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, so that's Allied Impulse. So, yeah. We'll have a look at what we're going to attempt next. Okay, I'm still sitting here spending far too much time. It's just as well you don't have to watch it, guys. I tell you. Okay, I do want to do something more defensive and come back, but I feel like I should still have a go at Verviers. Just before something else changes there. Unfortunately, I've got 19 to 4 odds, and I can't get the 20th point. I'm going to activate first SS. I can't move this. I thought I could maybe get this infantry unit into here, but I can't because he's breaking zone of control, and it's 3 for him to move into the forest. So I just can't get him in there. So yeah, I mean, I've looked at it and I'm not going to ponder. I'm going to move this guy up into here just to support there. There's one of the out of fuel units on the bottom of that stack. I'm going to leave this guy here. I'm not going to do anything with them. I'm going to make an attack on Verviers with what I've got. Now, I can only use that unit because these guys are out of fuel as well, sadly. And I'm going to hang on a sec. Yeah, I've got assault coordination, I've got reinforced battle. The reinforced battle would be the better option because I'm just wanting these guys involved, so that could cover it. Assault coordination's a bit wasted. But the activation, the card, it's for to activate the 58th Panzer Corps. I feel like I might want to activate them to try and bring them back a bit, or there is a possibility of an attack on one of the units. Anyway, okay, I'm going to play that, and I don't think I'm going to be doing much with the second SS anyway. Hopefully we do manage to get Verviers here. If not, I suppose if I did keep that card, it would give me another chance at it, but yeah. Right, so going to assault coordination as well. So there we go. We've got 7 there, another 7 there, 14, and then 5. So it is 19. I just can't get the extra point because there's no space. That's fully stacked. That's fully stacked. So right. So it's 19 to, and remember this strength doubles. So it's 19 to 4. So it's only 41 odds. Chip pools, they're all chip pool applicable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 for elite 7, 1 for the assault coordinations 8. Okay, so 8 chip pools. So but it does get to draw a card. So let's see what it gets. So it's a 30 core. It's not a match if it was possible to get a defender, but he's going to get air power. So this is a little bit there. Well, we know it's got air power there. Okay, so it's only a minimum of 1 chip pool. Maximum of 8. So we'll get the 1. We'll see where we start. Okay, not a lot of space up here, so I'm showing the chit up here. So it's flank attack. So it's not going to apply because it's a city. So I'm just going to draw the other 7 to go right out to 8. So I'll get the other 7. Yes, I think I've got them, guys. Um, these were, I drew this, what did I draw? Defender Elite, then I got a 41, so I had a D1. I drew this, this. So I needed the last chit, and the last chit was only attacker armour. And we do have armour in this battle, and he does not. So I've got D2 on him. He's got a hit on me with the air power, but don't mind that because one goes away for the city, and then the other one he has to retreat. So I think we've got Verviers. So I'll just double check things. Yeah, so 2 hits to him, 1 to us. So 1 goes away for the city for him, and then he's only got 1 step, so he retreats. And he's only got 1 choice. He can't retreat there, he'd still be in zone of control, so he's going to retreat into here to satisfy the second hit. So now we need to take a hit. Hang on. Yeah, so everything's a single step apart from the 12th SS unit here. So yeah, that makes sense, reducing him. So knock him down, unfortunately he drops to 3, but... So, now for the good stuff, advance after combat. I'm pretty sure there's a few things going in there. Actually, yeah, let me have a think. Yeah, I'm just going to advance. These are 2 12 SS units as well. So I'm just going to advance the 3 12 SS units, keep them together. So 5 victory points. We take Verviers at long last. 5 victory points. Right, what's that? We're on 38, so that's what, 43. 43. Yeah, and so we're going to advance these 2 and this into there. Yeah. Well, we got there at last. Took a while. It was about 3 or 4 attacks on it, wasn't it? I'm just going to activate, because I activated this core, obviously. I'm going to put an IP on these guys because they didn't do nothing. So might as well. We're kind of a bit defensive. Well, we're not bad in that position up there. And now we've got like 3, I think we've got 9 strength in Verviers there, which, as we know, doubles up. So, yeah, good stuff. So, something positive. Okay, so I'll clear things up there, and then I'll be drawing. I've only got 2 cards in my hand because of what happened. I lost 1 to the fuel, and then I lost 1 to the air introduction. Was it air introduction? Yeah, I was, yeah. So I'll tidy things up. We'll get the 4 cards, we'll have a look at them, and then maybe get another Allied Impulse. Okay, here's my 4 new cards. So 1, OKW again. Oh, of course, yeah. I forgot to. Oh, I've got the division card too. I forgot to. That was one of the things I noted. The fact that I'd had the supplemental OKW card, and then obviously realised I could then activate them twice on this day, and I've also drawn the division card. What is it? 17 PG. I get the feeling that's only the one that's only got 2 units. Oh, as it tells you there, of course. It's the one that's only got 2 units. But there's one of the fuel priority events there, by the way. So on the OKW card. So obviously going to come in late. Yeah, but I think, I mean, if I'm going to do anything, I need to be bringing them back. I need to be bringing all them back and trying to find some kind of supply route, whether I need to attack something or, well, I probably do. I was thinking maybe, nah, you see, because I've got all these units here. I'd really need to go all the way to maybe this unit and fix this bridge, but I need to push these guys out of the way as well. And it's looking like a tough call, to be honest, but okay, we know it's going to be hard. So, but well, let's say we've not quite given up yet. Okay, I'll got time for another allied impulse? Yeah, I think so. I'll draw another allied impulse and see how we get on. Okay, so 3 core division card. There's no reserves. So activate 26 and 4th armour. Right, I'll need to remind myself. Yeah, okay. Yeah. As we know, it's these guys here, isn't it? Now, did one of them not end up? Yeah, one of them is down here. So, this could be where they maybe have a go at Bastogne, to be honest. So I'd be interested to see what they do, because... Yeah. Okay, so activate 26 and 4th armour, right? So that guy can take an IP, so we're going to activate them. So let's get the 3 cards and see how aggressive they are. Remember, this has all been reshuffled, so... Okay. Right, well, they're all offensive. And different ones as well. So we've got combined arms attack, elite attack. Oh, they've got elite units as well, and then attack. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Bastogne's going to feel some grief this time. Okay, let me pause and have a wee look. Okay, and it's quite an interesting start to this as well. So combined arms attack goes up the way from 1 to 19. And select our number, and this is unit 1. He's in low supply, but he's actually so the situation is strength of unit stack, so his strength is 4. And other active units, well, the other guys are too far away from him to help, so, but greater than or equal to 2 times proximate German unit stack. Well, I mean, he's surrounded. He can't move it elsewhere, but he's actually adjacent to a unit that's got a situational strength of 2, because this is a VP town, he doesn't get the +1 for it. And I think I talked about this before and made mistakes with it before, thinking, oh, he's in a town, it's fine. His strength is classed as 3. So that's 4 against 2. So he's actually going to make an attack here. He would get no, actually that's not true. It doesn't matter about the attacker. I'm just looking at that. It says -1 each if the unit's in clear, out of supply or out of fuel, but that's just the German units, and it's out of supply. It's not low supply, but I must admit I was considering, because he was low supply, would he get a -1? But it's not. That's actually, yeah, it's German combat strength total. So that doesn't. So, well, actually, if he's out of supply, can he attack at all? No, he can't. Right. So that makes sense. Okay, I'm rabbiting on a bit. So yeah, he's got 4 against 2. That's the situational strength. So he's going to do this. So all active units proximate to strongest qualifying German unit stat move to target and attack. Well, he can't move. He's going to do his thing and he's going to attack. Other proximate units in the same corps reinforce. Well, again, they're all up beside Bastogne here. I'm not going to move the camera, but they're too far away to come down and help, and this guy's surrounded. So, and then we've got all out of contact units in same corps redeploy to attack. Oh. Right, hang on a sec. I think because he's surrounded, that's maybe not going to happen. Hang on. Okay, I'm just checking it's 10.64. It talks about redeploying out of contact units to attack. And it mentioned that there's 3 attack cards: major offensive, strong attack, and combined arms attack, which is the one we're doing now. They call for out of contact units in the lead unit's corps to participate in attack. So I'm not going to double check because I think there possibly is units that would be classed as out of contact, but the conditions to move them are they need to be adjacent to the target of the attack. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. There's a few possibilities. Oh. Actually, let me take that back. And to be honest, this hex might be okay as well. No, I've got it not in danger of surround. So they need to be adjacent to the target of the attack, not in danger of surround, within stacking limits. Not in danger of surround, within stacking limits, and from which ally supply can be traced. Well, it's maybe not in danger of surround though. Hang on. Okay, because of that, I'm not sure. I'll come back to that. I might as well check if there is out of contact units in this core. Oh, it wasn't core though, was it? Oh no, it talks for out of contact units in the core. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Okay, so there's a German unit proximate to this, and this, and also this. This infantry could go 1, 2, 3, B. So these 3 are not out of contact. Although this German unit proximate to this, though, it's got 6 steps and 9 strength. So that's that's the second condition, that if it's not surrounded and is the lowest numbered unit in a stack containing at least 5 steps or 8 strength points. So the lowest numbered unit, probably the guy on top, I think. Yeah. So this guy's eligible. He's out of contact. So he could potentially come and join here. So we do have an out of contact unit. So let's have a look. Okay, having a look here. These are, 3 possible. Because obviously I need to be adjacent to this. This is surrounded. So I can't put them there. This would be surrounded as well. This would be not surrounded, but it'd be unable to trace ally supply, I believe. Now this hex here is actually in a German town. But I don't see it being in danger of surround. It can trace ally supply over this bridge into this road hex, and then into that, falling into the road, and then off. So it can actually trace allied supply. What was it? Was it 10.64 or was it? Sorry, I've been all over the place here trying to deal with this one. So adjacent to target, not a dangerous round, stacking limits, ally supply. Okay, so I think there's nothing to say that it can't go in a German town. Which, unless I'm missing something obvious. I mean, when you deploy reserves, both either with method A or method B, you can't deploy them in a German held city or town. Which makes me feel that this shouldn't really be able to just pop up in that German town. So with that one, I think I might have to look deeper into. Now these other two, this one here is adjacent to the target, obviously, and is not in danger of surround. No, and it can trace supply. Not in danger of surround, can trace supply. And it's adjacent to the target. This one I thought was okay, but I believe maybe this one can be surrounded because 1, 2, yeah. So that one is in danger of surround. So they two hexes are well, I definitely need to find out more about this. That one seems rather odd. Let me just look at this priorities here. So it says if more than one hex is eligible, place the unit in a hex that causes a target to be surrounded. Well, there you go. That's the hex I would want, isn't it? That then makes him surrounded. Because if I put it in here, he's got an out. So, well, yeah, I'm going to need to look a bit more into this one here with the town. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut here, I think, because I don't think I've got the time to go and look into all this. Or what I might also do is I've probably got enough to upload the first part of this day, and maybe also see what you guys think about if I should be throwing the towel in. Please let me know if there's no way out of this. Okay, I'll leave that situation, and if anybody knows that, I'm going to look into it. I've not had a look on BGG yet, so but if anybody knows of a reason or a rule that says that I am out of contact can't be deployed in a German town, it seems odd, so then let us know. If not, I'll like I say, I'll leave this like that just now, and I'll get back to it as soon as I can. Okay guys, cheers.